So for those people who are, maybe just starting out or just trying to figure out what works, what should work for them or what they should be thinking about, how do you guide them through those conversations?
Well, a lot of people, when they consider a financial planner, I think they immediately jump to, yeah, mutual funds and investments and 401ks. And of course, those are some of the tools that are utilized in financial planning. But ultimately, it's about your life. It's not about your money. Your money is just a tool and resource to support what's important to you in life. So how we approach that is foundationally unpacking and understanding what is truly important to you. I'm not referring to just goals, like when you want to retire and how much money do you want to have, but beyond that, like why do you want these things and who do you want to be? What do you want to be known for? And who are you? And we start with that, understanding your values, the why. Once we have that fully known, you're fully known. If you're married, your spouses, y'all are fully known together. And once I'm in the picture, so I can figure out what's going on here, we establish those values. And then from there, that's going to determine goals. And I would venture to say, Annie, that your goals today are probably different than they were 5 years ago, and they'll be different in 5 years than they are today. And that's okay. But we do set goals so we can at least put a stake in the ground as far as what direction, what is the best next step to take. So again, we start with goals or values and then goals. And then we look at, all right, what are the decisions that we're going to have to navigate? Everything in life requires a decision. There's always trade-offs. There's opportunity costs in everything you do. If you choose one thing, you are deliberately or not giving up something else. So we want to make sure you're navigating those decisions intentionally. And then finally, we're taking action. So we want to make sure the actions you take are aligned with what's actually important to you in life. So if we anchor in those values, it's much more apt to actually take action in line with that. We're no longer wasting our time saying like, oh, should I buy this product or invest in this? We can quickly reference, well, what's important to you? And if it checks that box, awesome, let's move forward. If it doesn't, then we need to reconsider the decision that's being made. We can at least do that in context and in light of where we're going. Now, of course, that does lead into the decisions and actions. That leads into more cut and dry financial planning side of things. But frankly, again, like I said, those are the tools and resources that are there to help support these. Those are just supporting actors in this narrative of your life.
Give us some examples. Like, what are you seeing people come to you with? What do like, because I know for myself, when I started down this path, I didn't know what I wanted. I was like, do I want to start a business? Do I want to quit my job? Or do I want to be on the beach all day? Like, give us some examples of what some typical things that you're seeing.
Yeah. So my average client's going to be late 20s to early 40s. And so in that, obviously, there's a lot of things going on. Something I'm facing a whole lot of right now is clients that work with companies that have incentive stock options or different types of stock options. And we're making sure we're exercising those in a tax efficient manner. Do we diversify? Do we hang on to that? Those sorts of things. So IPOs. Most of my clients either already own or plan on starting a business in the short to midterm. So navigating, do you just jump in and start the business? And if so, how do you cash flow your lifestyle while you're building this thing? Or do you tiptoe in while you're staying at your 9 to 5? So business and entity planning and all that fun stuff. A lot of our clients also have real estate holdings. So how do you purchase real estate? Should you put it in LLC? What type of LLC? All those things. And then you move into the traditional investments and college savings. How do you save for college? Do you do that? Retirement accounts. Do you put money to a 401k or a Roth IRA, or should we not put money in a retirement account? Because if you want to retire early, you're sort of putting yourself in a box of when you can pull those funds out. It's a lot of the stuff. And I'm fortunate enough, again, to have had so many of these conversations. I'm able to peek around the corner and see, all right, here's 99% of what's going to be taking place. And then my wife, her name's Kendra and I, we navigate these things as well. So I know the conversations that these families are having behind closed doors, the stresses, the complications, the marriage conversations that are come about, and really want to go in there and say, well, here's where you're at now. And if we choose path A or path B, here's the probable implications of the next step, and just helping guide as we navigate this ever-changing landscape.